Hello friends, we're here with another exciting edition of Euro Truck Simulator 2. Well, we're here in beautiful, what's the country's name? Austria, in Vienna. I need my wipers on. I turn those on. There we go. Get those wipers going. This is a very exciting edition. We are transporting some garlic. Where am I going? I'm going right into a wall. This mission is off to a awful start. Very awful. Get out of this bloody. Right. Settle down there. Well, friends, I know it's been a minute since I've updated you with the trials and tribulations of the Euro Truck Simulating world. But life has been there, my friends. The moments have come and gone, and yet again I find myself alone in a new year. Of course, I'm still at my job at Allied Trucking, and that's steady, you know. Steadiness is good. Wake up, do your time, keep it going. That's what life's about. It's not about excitement, it's not about happiness, it's about routine. Boring, predictable, stable routine. And friends, for the first time in quite some time, I'm finding real comfort in a normal, happy routine. And perhaps that is enough about me, but what about this beautiful Viennan city? Vienna, of course, cultural hub, birthplace of great Adolf Hitler. When I say great, I mean great in his military achievements, not in his philosophies, of course. But not really seeing much of the old city here. Just more fucking windmills. Well, perhaps up here. You know, I wish sometimes the developers of the Euro Truck Simulating world would perhaps extend some of their work to the accuracy and the details of the cities that we traverse here. And today, of course, from Vienna to Budapest, Hungary, with garlic. Of course, the famous Hungarian vampires do not like their garlic, but we are delivering it to the daywalkers. Of course, they're a vampire reference, but nevertheless, people need their garlic. Very good for your immune system. And a drizzly, dreary day here in Austria, but that's how it goes. They can't all be winners. They can't all be the crack of dawn from Minsk to... Well, Budapest is a beautiful destination, but there is something nice about waking up at the crack of dawn, getting in your Scania truck and hitting the road. Just you, that vulcanized rubber steering wheel, gripped in your hands like some sort of powerful phallus controlling the tons of cargo, the garlic in this case. Yes, I get very excited when I think about the simulating world, of course. But beautiful. You know, there's something nice about driving in the rain. It's calming, meditative. You're in your cocoon in the cockpit, the cabin. I'm going to take both lanes. Of course, it's 3:40 in the a.m. on a Friday. Ooh, bloody well is out here. No one with their salt, I tell you that. Yeah, we're going along. What's going on over here? That's where I slept last night in the back of my... Oh, here I go. This happens every single time I get a little excited and I get cajoled away, start hitting the guardrails. That's why they're there, though, to guard you from coming off the road. What's this? Tesoro Gustoso. 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 I wonder what that means. I feel like it's a Portuguese product, perhaps. Look that up. Gustoso in Portuguese. I feel like there's some delightful edible products in there. Produce, perhaps. Perhaps a salted, cured meat. Ooh, I could go for some of that. Bit famished. It's been rice and beans for me most of the time, eating cheap and healthy. Although, even though on my 5 pound a day diet, I still have seemed to put on a couple pounds. And, big updates, my friends, big updates. I think I've mentioned Gemma, the secretary here at Allied Trucking, and she's some would describe her as a stocky and homely woman. Not me, though. She's radiant. Her ankles are built of solid muscle, and she keeps the Allied trucking world alive, and often she gives me a bit of a gruff for my, well, I wouldn't say insubordination, but my performance. She's somewhat my manager, some would say. Even though she's taking the calls, but she's on the phone. She's the one yelling. When the car goes late or damaged, come on, this slow Mo person in front of us. Mo, of course, is the short and nickname for Moford, very popular name here in England. My estranged father's name was Moford, but enough about him. The Gemma at Allied Trucking, her beauty is so exquisite. Her curly ginger hair, her bright white skin, freckles. Oh, delightful, my friends. There was recently the Allied Trucking Christmas party, which of course I attended, and went to Tesco's to retrieve a new wardrobe for it. Oh, we have here cows on the right-hand side. Cows, my friends, cows. Ooh. In some cultures, it's very common to suckle upon the teat of a cow while it's out in the field. Of course, you wash the udder first, and then you squirt the delicious milk in your mouth. Warm from the cow. Nothing like a bit of warm cow milk to put you in the mood, eh? So at the Allied Trucking Christmas... Come on, come. I didn't hit him. Fallacy. The Allied Trucking Christmas party was good for some, better for others, worse for me. Of course, that's the story of my life, isn't it? But Gemma was there, and I did get the courage to talk to her on a social... Oh, did you see that lane cut? Look at me. Foo! Oh, the maneuvers here. If only I could win those in the real world, that would be a real hoot. So Gemma and I got to talking at the... She's had a couple of beverages, and as had I. A couple of ciders at that moment. We were both in the throes of casual conversation. Ooh. She told me about her male problems, and her boyfriend, Donnie, had not been treating her well. Apparently he'd been stepping out at her, taking up with the local wench. We all know that story. Donnie's a cad, of course, but not me. And I made that very clear that if Gemma and I were to be together, that I would certainly never take up with the local wench. But look at this sun coming out. Oh, cloud breaks. That's what the trucking's all about. Changes in weather. You just sit and watch the weather from your beautiful, lovely, warm, comfortable Scania truck. So I made my intentions clear to Gemma that were she to... Of course, I must be respectful to Donnie as well, because as a man, you never want to encroach upon another man's territory. It's uncouth, it's ungentlemanly, and it's unbecoming. And that's not my game. I'm not a man to steal another man's woman. Although Donnie is a cad, and I did think about making a bold maneuver. But of course, my nature is not a bold maneuver unless it's in a Euro truck simulating world. But I made my intentions very clear to her. I said that if you and Donnie were to not be together anymore, you should consider me as a potential suitor, and I would be happy to woo you in a fashion that you should be accustomed to. And she found my choice of language slightly odd, but I insisted upon it, that this was how a gentleman conducts business, and perhaps she had not been associating with the proper gentleman. So, trade-do. Very French company. They trade. Yes. Trade in commodities mostly. That might be full of corn oil, some other soybean product. Of course, the French, very rich in soy, their diets. Yes. Oh, someone's been nabbed by the police. But, there we go. Budapest, on the way. What am I doing? Sage and tire. Sagentry. I don't know what they do. One can imagine that the cargo is filled with sage and tires. Come on. Imagine tires that smelled of sage. What a wonderful world that would be. Pesh, if you made it right. Not going there, though. Pesh is a time for another day. So, my intentions were made clear to Gemma, and I have to say, my heart was pounding, my hands were sweating, and I was stuttering, as I tend to do, and she uttered a smile. She really did. For a moment there, I saw the smile creep upon her face. Ooh, I am doing all sorts of naughty behavior. Perhaps I'm rebelling against the establishment of the Euro Truck Simulating world. Of course, you've got to get your quota. You've got to get it in on time. You've got to get that bonus. Perhaps the bonus for the early delivery. What do we have here? Lovely river. That might be the Rhine or the Danube. It has to be the Danube. The Danube. When I was a wee lad, we as a family we took the cruise on the Danube. A lovely time. It was mostly retirees, and I was a lad of maybe 25, and with mother it was a hot air balloon. If only I had the courage to go up in one. They're not very dangerous, of course, but that height and in the basket with the strange man, it's on my list, my bucket list of achievements that will never be. And so Gemma had a wry smile on her face. She was really, I think she was quite taken back by my forward approach. I can't even say it. My forward approach with her. And I have to say that was one of the most courageous moments of my life. Making my intentions clear, known to Gemma, and while she laughed, eventually, once the idea had set in, I sensed that she was really considering it, that perhaps I would be a good suitor. I spoke to Tom, another chap at Allied Trucking. He's an elderly gentleman and drinks quite heavily, and had a short helicopter simulator. I tried that once. Too complicated, too much stress. Couldn't do it. Stick to the Euro Truck. That's where I'm the ace. So Tom had an interesting insight to share with me. He remarked that perhaps in 50 years, when Gemma is old, barren, and unattractive, then she would marry me. But in my mind, I thought that would be the prime moment, when she's filled with wisdom and experience. Then she truly would appreciate me. We have a little railway. And Tom had a different another helicopter. Something's going on here. Border crossing at Austria and Hungary. Classic. The Schlieffenplan comes again. Of course. Yes, but I didn't appreciate Tom's rhetoric on this, and Tom, a bit of a womanizer in his day as well, fancied himself a ladies' man. Even told me once that him and Gemma had a snog when she was what he called blackout drunk at a previous Christmas party. Of course, said that he was in better shape then, but I don't believe it. I mean, Gemma's a piece of class. She's the type of woman who wears her name on a necklace, you don't see the average rube doing that, no. And where would you get such a necklace with such a beautiful name like Gemma on it? Farming equipment. Oh, Farm Simulator. My second secret passion. More cows, Ah, the Hungarian countryside is calming me already. The Mustang, the American car. Don't see too many of those in this part of the world. What is this? Tromeri. I believe that's an Italian milk product. That might be filled with milk. And as I mentioned before, I prefer to get it right out of the udder myself. But, the Italians do their thing, I suppose. But, a fair amount of traffic here. Well, I guess 7 a.m. The bustling metropolis of Budapest. But, the cargo's coming in. These pipes, who knows, maybe they're sewage pipes. Maybe they'll be taking human refuse. Funny thing about human refuse in Hungary, they dump it all in Albania. All of the piping in Hungary has been laid from the 1930s, and it was part of the war reclamation settlement to allow Albania's sovereignty. The Hungarians laid thousands and thousands of miles of piping, of sewage piping, into the capital of Albania, Pristina, and and it just overflows into a fountain in the middle of the city. It's an odd one, but the Albanians signed up for it, and frankly, if you've ever been to Albania, the whole bloody place smells of human fecal matter anyway, so, what do they care? They're used to that sort of thing. That's how the Hungarians have stayed so fresh. That just the waste goes off to Albania, flush it down to Albania, that's what they say. The Albanians will deal with it. A very common expression in Hungary. The trash goes there, the homosexuals are often moved there, migrants. It's a unique policy that they have there in Hungary, but they're a progressive bunch, though, those Hungarians. Okay, I'll slow it down. Make the turn, you can do it, you can if you only make the turn. Try the damage. Oh, God. Oh. Here we go. What have I done? Oh, I've ignored it this time. Friends, how did that happen? What has happened? Oh my. Every time I get talking about Hungary, some nonsense like this happens. Oh. I was having a cracking run here too, but this is what happens when you get cocky. If you have any confidence at all, you get checked, get pushed back down, and I certainly got what I deserved with that one. But you notice my reactions are much more calmer now. I've been listening to Tony Robbins' tapes. He's been telling me to seize the day, have my moment, be confident, and let go of negativity. And really, it's been working. I tell myself every morning, there's a reason to get up, there's a reason to go, and that reason is Allied trucking. It's the big one for me. But Tony Robbins has a very large mouth. Discovered. How the hell do you pronounce this? We are not going to Budapest. We are apparently going to Shenzhen. Oh my God. What's the one driving that car? Oh, no, there it is. Oh my. I'm excited talking about this new Hungarian city, and ran into the gas chambers are up. See the smoke in the background. I'll keep it old school, I suppose. Oh, what have I done? I'm excited talking about the chambers again. Tromeri, the milk. The Italians are in on the gas chambers. Engine malfunction. Oh, bloody hell. This is I really cocked it up here. Maybe I should just deliver the milk and be on with it, eh? And this is garlic today. Milk tomorrow, garlic today. That's what they say. Here we go. Oh, such a life it is. Missed my turn. Well, we're getting a bit of a tour of the Polish. I keep calling it Poland, but it's Hungary. The name sounds. Fuck it, I've screwed this all up. Not my best day. LKW is going to get some damaged garlic, and you know what, friends? That's good for me. Deliver it. Where do we need it? Right now. I'm in a hurry. I'm always in a hurry. Things to do, people to see. Let's see what we got. Satisfactory, of course. Proficiency. Damage. Well, I'm an enthusiast at level 5. Well, friends, it's been a fun time chatting with you here in the world of Allied trucking. Be well, friends, and I'll catch you on the flip side.